What is up, Flavor family? It's Bobby and Dessi, and today we're gonna bring you a bomb keto fat bread recipe that Dessi just shared this past weekend on Instagram. My inbox literally blew up, so we knew that this week we had to share this with you because it's low carb, it's really, really delicious, and you can use it for a ton of different applications. So let's rock out with a keto fat bread recipe. The best low carb bread ever with macadamia nuts, coconut butter, and eggs, blended together, topped with some seeds, and baked in the oven until golden brown. Then we're gonna slice that, griddle the bread, and make an epic roast beef sandwich. So before we get rocking on this recipe, subscribe to Dessi and my channel. If you're looking for some of the healthiest and best meal prep recipes on YouTube, you found it. We're rocking out new videos every Friday morning, and we would love for you to join the Flav City community. All right, Dessi, do your thing.
All right. Well, this recipe starts with a cup of macadamia nuts. I have here a cup of roasted macadamia nuts. Make sure they're not salted if you buy it from the store. You can also use raw, they also work.
What's the advantage of roasted though?
More flavor, you guys.
And this is Flav City, so we want more flavor.
Let's add a cup of the macadamia nuts to the food processor and process on high for about 30-40 seconds until the mixture looks like this. Creamy, but still a little chunky.
You can let the human dishwasher take care of that. What's next?
Next up, we're gonna start adding the eggs one at a time. So I have 5 eggs in front of me, and we're gonna break each one and add it to the food processor.
I actually recommended that Dessi crack first into the ramekin because I have such clumsy hands that if you try to crack it directly in here, some of the shells might go in, and then next thing you know, you have very crispy, crunchy fat bread, which is not what you want.
Babe, do you wanna help me?
There's only one ramekin, I'll just watch. I'll be the supervisor.
All right, I got a little shell here.
Oh,
Do
see?
you guys know how to get a shell out of a broken egg already?
With your big old bear paws?
No, that doesn't work. The only way to get it out is with another shell. So I'm gonna turn now the processor on, and I'll keep adding one egg at a time. As soon as the egg gets incorporated, I'll add the next one.
I guess I can help you in the meantime and start cracking, besides just standing here and being on dishwasher duty.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, Dessi does have a baking degree from Bulgaria, which is why I usually go nowhere near the kitchen when she's baking except to clean up afterwards because I'm way too clumsy for measuring and stuff like that.
All right, so we got the eggs in. Next up is a cup of coconut butter. You guys know what that is? What's that, babe?
It's so good. All right, what is coconut butter?
It's a whole bunch of pureed coconut goodness.
Did you know that 10 minutes before we told you?
I knew 15 minutes.
It's basically, you guys, coconut meat blended up into a butter. So it's the peanut butter or almond butter version of coconuts.
I'm gonna add that to the food processor now.
All right, the number one question on people's mind right now, and the number one question on the Flav City Instagram was, do you have to use coconut butter?
You kind of have to. I don't think it's gonna work with coconut oil. It's not enough. You need a little bit more substance in there.
And the second biggest question was, do you have to use hazelnuts?
Hazelnut?
Do you have to use macadamia nuts?
Yes, gives it a really nice texture.
That was another question on Instagram. People said, does it taste eggy? And it does not.
All right, so I'm also adding half a teaspoon of salt and mix until combined. All right, we have only 2 more ingredients left, and they are going to help our bread rise. We have lemon juice and baking soda. So first, since we're using lemon juice, we're gonna take the zest.
Obviously.
They don't call you obsessed for nothing, right?
They don't. Merchandise coming soon, by the way. Be on lookout for that. All right, so while Dessi is zesting, obviously, as always, the recipe is down below in the description box, but it's living on the new flavcity.com. Many of you don't know that Dessi and I spent over 3 months building a new website that is a phenomenal user experience. So we need your help though. Go check out the recipe and review any other recipe on our website that you have made. We want feedback from you, and we want to start getting some really, really good insight into the website. That lemon zest smells good.
Next up, let's add a tablespoon of lemon juice, and then grab a teaspoon of baking soda and add it to the mixture. And then one final mix, and we're all set.
Can you explain what the lemon juice and the baking soda do?
I already did, babe. Weren't you paying attention?
Did she mention the leavener?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, by the way, we're preheating the oven to what right now? 350, right?
350.
Yeah, thank you.
I think you were too busy thinking of what you're gonna say next.
I don't think about nothing. I think about eating some coconut butter bread.
All right, so that looks good. The best thing to use is a bread or a meatloaf tin. It will help the bread rise. Next up, pour the batter into the tin.
And what's with the parchment paper, Dessi?
Oh yeah, the parchment paper will help you take out the bread easier out of the tin.
If you don't have the paper, what do you do?
The bread is so fatty, it's not gonna stick, but if you just wanna be extra sure it's not gonna stick, then you can spray a little bit of oil or put a little bit of coconut oil on it. And smooth it on the top with a spatula. And smack down the pan a couple of times to set down the batter. Next up, I'm gonna use some everything bagel seasoning. It has sesame seeds and garlic and onion chunks.
So I was thinking I'd have to buy garlic granules and onion granules for this, but I'm walking in the aisle of Trader Joe's yesterday and they have everything bagel seasoning, and it actually smells like an everything bagel. That's pretty trippy.
All right, this is ready to go in the oven.
Let's do it. How long?
35 to 40 minutes.
All right, so 35 minutes. In the meantime, if you guys are gonna be in Columbus, Ohio on August 11th and 12th, Dessi and I are gonna be at the first ever Flavor Nation Food Festival. I'll be there for 2 days doing cooking demos, hosting a bunch of other really fun stuff. So if you're in the Midwest, we would love to see you. I'll put the link down in the description box, so check it out.
It's been about 37 minutes and look at that bread, you guys. Doesn't it look amazing? I'll wait a few minutes and then I'll transfer it over to a cooling rack.
Hey guys, I forgot to mention that this recipe comes from a documentary that Dessi and I recently saw on Netflix called The Magic Pill. It's all about the paleo diet and the keto diet, and we saw this recipe while sitting on the couch and we're like, dude, this has to be in our belly. We gotta recreate this ASAP.
Absolutely, and the movie is awesome, you guys. You should check it out.
It's really good. All right, the bread is finally cooled enough where we can cut it and get close to eating it.
All right.
You have the honors because I'll just mangle that if I try to cut it.
Look how crispy that crust is, but on the inside, it's nice and moist. Almost ready to build this sandwich, but before that, let's just try the bread by itself.
I think we should try it.
All right, babe, let me feed you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's crazy, guys. You are gonna go gangbusters for this recipe. First of all, that everything bagel seasoning on the outside is lovely. A great crust on the outside, and it's so darn moist inside. Not eggy at all. It tastes like bread. It tastes like really good bread.
I love it. Art, have a piece.
Yeah, Art, come on in here real quick.
Art hasn't ever tried this bread, so he's a real tester.
Yeah.
It's really good. I like it.
Nice.
No starch whatsoever.
Nope.
No?
Why don't we make like a roast beef sandwich out of this and then have a real lunch?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, so to do that, you guys, back here I started a pan with some butter in here. I'm gonna whack it on the heat. Now, you could be, uncivilized and just make a cold sandwich, but the other day on my Flav City Instagram stories, I wanted to see if the bread would griddle. So I fired up some butter, put it in there, and it did. And then I made French toast out of it on Sunday with eggs and bacon and avocado. It was the bomb.
The possibilities are endless, babe.
No.
Just like any bread, you can do whatever you
Literally. So let's griddle this bread first before we
Let's do it.
make the sandwich. But before I throw it into the pan, what I'd like to do is put a little bit of salt into the bubbling butter. And then Dessi, can you crack some pepper in here? And the reason why we're doing that is I want to season the crust of the bread. I want to bite into that bread and have a delicious salt and pepper crust. So put it in, rub it around and flip it. And then let's do it with number 2 here also. And that'll take about 3 minutes per side. But look at this golden brown goodness here. That little step there is going to add so much more flavor because it's nice and toasty on the outside. So when I get that one out, this one looks even more golden. And then Dessi, my dear, you can build the sandwich.
Let's do it, babe.
Grab one piece of the fat bread, slather on a healthy amount of mayonnaise, go down with some red leaf or green leaf lettuce, top it with a couple tomatoes, and don't forget a little sprinkle of salt. Then add a few slices of roast beef or any deli meat you want, just make sure it has no sugar. Then top it with a slice of provolone cheese and the top fat bun.
Look at this epic sandwich, you guys.
Let's stab it with some toothpicks and then cut it into 2, 1/2 for you and 1/2 for me. You guys, look inside that sandwich. They don't got this at Subway or Jimmy John's or 7-Eleven. This is a
7-Eleven.
I used to eat at 7-Eleven back in the day when I worked at the country club. This is a Flav City original. Babe, let's try this.
What about Wendy's?
Wendy's does have, no, it's Arby's has roast beef.
Oh, Arby's.
Yeah, that's not real roast beef. That's not real meat.
All right,
Anyway,
babe, go for it.
Wow.
That's amazing, babe.
Amazing, you guys.
Great job.
Oh my goodness. All right, come in here. Try a bite of this. You guys, this recipe is beyond epic. The fact that it's low carb, keto, dairy-free too, is bonkers. You have to try the recipe. Art, you have to crush that right now. It is down below in the description box. Review it on the new flavcity.com. The macros are down there. The storage is down there. All that good stuff. If you want to see 2 more videos right below us right now, check them out. But we will see you very, very soon. Until then, we're going to crush some sandwiches and hashtag keep on cooking. Peace, mad love.